Hey guys, welcome to Get Better Products on Monday, October 17th. The little one workout for today is 20-minute AMRAP. So as many rounds as possible, 20 minutes of 15 air squats and 400-meter run. Very simple. Obviously, you're just gonna be running and squatting. So what I'm gonna recommend for this one is that you're setting a pace from the start so that you can try and maintain that pace throughout the 20 minutes. Or if you get to about 15 minutes, you're like, man, I've got more gas in the tank, you can accelerate from that point on. But really trying to not slow down, meaning that you don't have to stop and rest at any time, but you're at a pace that you can continue to run or jog and then get back, do those squats unbroken, go off on your run again, and just be continuously moving for the 20 minutes. Make sure that your form is dialed in for your running and your squats by watching coaching videos and asking us questions if you need more help, because we are here for you, and overall, have fun.
For air squats and any other squatting position that you're gonna be doing, you're gonna take your feet into a slightly wider than hip width stance, slightly externally rotated toes. You're gonna initiate the movement by pushing the hips back, pushing the knees to the outside, dropping just below parallel, and then driving through your heels to get back up to the top. So you're going to be looking something like this, and from the side, like this. And what you're gonna try and avoid is having your back round as you get down to the bottom. So if you feel like your back is rounding, you're gonna go down to the point where your back stays flat, and then if you feel it starts rounding, you're just gonna go right back up. So you would just stop yourself in that position. The other thing you can do is push your knees to the outside in order to get yourself into a lower position with a flat back, and push your knees forward. So you start by initiating hips back, hips back, hips back, and then push the knees forward in order to drop yourself down into a lower position. That's totally natural and fine as long as you're pushing your knees to the outside towards your pinky toes. For running, one of my favorites, you're gonna put yourself in a great postural position, chest up, shoulders back, feet underneath your hips. And what you're gonna be doing from here is you fall forward from your ankles and then pick up your feet as you need to because of the fall, rather than pushing yourself off. So gravity is actually moving us forward, and we're catching it as much as we can. There's still gonna be a little bit of a push off just to get our feet into the right position, but it's amazing how much you can use gravity in order to move yourself forward quickly when you're running. So everything stays aligned as you're running. Your hamstrings are what you're gonna try and focus on to pull your feet up off the ground rather than trying to push yourself off of the ground. So think of pulling yourself here. And then what you're gonna be doing is also thinking of striking the ground in your midfoot, okay? So right about there, rather than a toe strike or a heel strike. And the heel strike is really one that you don't wanna do, even though we have these big heels on our shoes. What it does is actually slows us down every step, because if we're trying to fall forward, we're stepping like this, you can see that momentum is getting halted every single step if we're doing that. The other thing is that it puts a lot of stress on our joints. So we find that heel strikers have more injuries than people that are having a nice, solid, good strike. Then we're doing a really quick, fast turnover. So almost as fast as we can for a maintained period of time, because that's also been shown to have less impact on our bodies than taking really big strides. And it does make sense when you break it down with like how much weight and impact you're gonna have into the ground with a big stride versus a small stride. Then what we're gonna be doing is looking at our upper body. So we're gonna be acting kind of like a robot where we're trying to clean a big thick piece of glass, just like this. And that's because we're trying to go in a forward direction rather than if we have over rotation, you see how it turns our body? We're not trying to go in that direction, in that direction, in that direction. We're trying to go forward in forward direction. So there you have it. There's the running technique. If you have any questions about running, I'd love to answer them.
That's the workout for today. If you have any questions, let me know. Log your scores and sugar, and we'll see you on the next workout.